What are the 5 things that you would recommend for an artist to know about management? Like, could be anything. If an artist is managing themselves, what are 5 important things that they should do or know?
Get up very early in the morning. I think it's very important that you are awake and working very hard. Like mean like be on the computer for me and check everything that is happening. You understand? Like don't let anything go pass by. You understand that if you hear in the town that there's a festival, if you hear there's a music conference, you know, those are that's one of the things that I think you should really do, you know, for yourself, you know, and that's for me one of the number one to. And then after contact, try to be like how do you call it, networking. Wherever you go, you know, try to see who is out there, who is agent there, who's doing like a music conference, so you can meet people, and then talk about yourself, you know, talk about what you do, and another thing, like I would say, is to have a good CD, a good cover CD, good video. You know, like even you have to do one song or two songs, make it, you know, very, I don't know how to say, like valuable, but very, you know, like make it like people can love it,
Appealing.
appealing, like you said. And for me, I think like having a nice website is important for an artist who want to work for herself or himself to have a good website. In the website, you need to have a bio. It does not have to be like a long bio, but say what is very important in the bio. If you have performed with, I don't know, you open for Rolling Stone, you have to put it. If you have gone to Africa or gone to Colombia, gone to, you know, like any big events, you have to put it. And if you have worked with some of the great artists, you know, you have to mention that. And then the pictures, you know, like try to get like the nice shooting pictures. And depending of like what type of music you do, what type of message that you are giving, it's very important that you know, it has to be in coordination, you know, with what you're doing, you know, and then work on, I mean, always work on your look, and that's another one, and then after, learn how to do roadmap for yourself. Whenever, I mean, plan, you know, like try to plan ahead. Like let's say the next 2 years, you know, this is where I want to play, you know, have a vision, you know, like I want to see this place, I want to go to this country. And once you know they're doing a festival in those countries, don't be worried if they refuse you. Always find out like why they refuse you. And then after you're going to work it out. And then find out like why certain artists they take, maybe you have the same style of music as you and then they didn't take you. So work on that, you know, find out. And then always try to get advice from other people and see what they're doing. The other thing also in the music industry, by being in management, don't be afraid to, I would say, list. I mean, how do you call that? You reprise, you know, like some of the music.
Oh, to do a cover.
A cover, you understand? I mean, like, the manager sometimes can come and give you the advice for that. But maybe yourself, you don't want to give yourself that advice. But a manager could go to a country and say, oh, you know, this song is working very well. You know, I think I should be a cover in their language and do this song, and then after like send it to the people. So like any strategy that you have to make it work for yourself, I think you can do that. So that is a management that I work with. I mean, like as a manager myself, I always try to find like new ideas for the artists, but also it's nice that you communicate with other people who are there. Always check on Facebook what they're doing, so at least you find out like for yourself what is going to happen. So that's a few things that I can say.
What are 3 things that you shouldn't do when you have a manager
Well,
or an agent? Could be an agent.
yeah, I mean, you have to start to be. One thing I always say that you must be loyal to your manager. You cannot, deal with the manager, maybe sign a contract, even like a verbal agreement. You cannot do business with your manager and then after going to the back of the manager and do your own business. That is one of the problems. And also, if you feel that there is a problem with the manager, you should always confront the manager and make it clear, on what is happening, what you don't like. You understand? So at least you can terminate your contract, but you cannot just like, take the business card of the manager and then after you don't tell the manager you're going to do your own booking behind the manager. And you must listen. You must find a way to do it. Because even like when, let's say you get a gig somewhere and then you travel, and then after the manager now is reading in the newspaper or internet that you are, that's not good. And you must also thank the people that help you. Always, that every time, even like if somebody who has nothing to do with the business, can talk to you about something, like it's good to call the person and say, listen, because of you, this is what happened. And then I thank you very much. I don't know if you need anything, but I can offer you something, stuff like that. It's very important. You will always have the respect of the person.
What are things that you shouldn't do if you're an agent, if you're a musician who manages themselves but you hire an agent? What are the things you should not do when you're working with an agent?
If you are a musician,
Yeah.
And then you hire an agent?
Yeah, you hire an agent directly. You don't have a manager.
The same thing. If you hire an agent directly and then you just want to be, you are your own manager. You just have to. I think you have to be loyal. That if you have to decide your territory of the agent that you're working with. The agent is like it's in in Canada, and then you decide that you need another agent in the US. At least tell the agent that. So you don't. There is no other problem. And then when I would say when you're doing the accountant, the money things, because most of the problem happen that with some of the musicians, they don't like the idea that the agent is taking 15, taking 10%, and all of that, because they feel that making phone call is not enough. They want more. So those are the things that I think in the beginning you have to make it clear between musician and agent, between musician and manager.
And what are some of the things that really piss you off when you're dealing with artists? Like the worst, most annoying things?
I think the worst thing is musicians that lie a lot. Musicians that being hypocrite, musicians that try to make it feel that they understand everything, and then once they are over there by the venue, they decide that they're not going to perform because certain things was not said, you know, and then maybe try to have an argument in front of other people, or maybe try to, to use you and then look for a new agent. They haven't tell you anything about it. And most of the time I had that problem with, I would say, our color people, because we have this tendency many times that white managers are better, or white agent maybe can take them very far. So that was like one of the problems that I had to deal with for a long time. And still today, we still have that problem. So I think that is a thing that really pisses you off. And I don't want to do. So I think now it's more clear that the business changed and people cannot fool around like the way they used to fool around. It's very difficult for them because the CD are not selling like they used to be. So you can't afford to lose, an agent that's been working for you for a long time. But unfortunately, some don't understand that.